Hi, my name's Laura Mackey. Thank you for watching my Global Creative Tutorial bundle card today. As again, I always say it, it never flows off my tongue. But I'm sharing with you today how I created my card for this month's tutorial. This month we're using the Petal Park suite. It's really fun suite, really pretty papers, 2 stamp sets. And one of the stamp sets has a coordinating punch, which is always a winner for me. So let's get cracking, and I hope you enjoy making my card. So let me show you how I made my card today. I've used the Petal Park stamp set, the dies, which are the beautiful shapes dies. I've used cardstock, petal pink, and then some basic white. I've got two layers the same size. One is going to be the front, and then one is going to be my inner. And the sentiment I've used today is from the framed florets. Now I'm just going to pop down move my card base out of the way, and I'm just going to put a piece of scrap paper. Now I had some pieces of scrap paper. Never a bit of scrap paper, is there, when you want a piece? Sod's Law, I believe they call that. So let's lay everything out. So we've got basic black memento ink, and I'm going to stamp, just conscious when you stamp this that you stamp it the right way up for the punch, so it's the little one goes at the top. So that's those two, so just 2 of those, and then this one, sorry if the camera is jiggling a little bit. So that is going to go there, and then ink it up again. And I'm going to just turn the stamp this time and have it there, something like that. And then I'm just going to stamp it, ink it up again, and I'm going to just stamp it on the corner there for my inner. And then I've also just popped in there one of the bigger flowers. Okay, then to stamp my sentiment. So actually, if you haven't got these dies, you could actually use something else. So what I did is sort of pop the die there where I wanted it, so it's kind of central. And then I stamped inside there like that. So then I knew that my sentiment was in exactly the right place that I wanted it. I'm going to go ahead now and die cut that, and then we're going to colour. Right, so I've die cut that, so that is going to go back in there. Just realised also I need to stamp 2 of the little leaves as well. I forgot about those. Now I coloured in my image with I used some dark basic black blends just to add some flicks of ink. I kind of like my signature thing at the minute. I love adding that. And then I've got the petal pink blends, and this is soft succulent. So I'm going to colour in my image. I kind of always go for the thinner ends of the pens, just because that's what I prefer to use. But if you prefer the fatter ends, go with the fatter ends. I don't know why, I just prefer the thinner end. I feel like I've got a little bit more control, maybe. And I think this time I've actually got a little bit more of the leafy bit, which is fine. I'm good with that. I don't think whenever you do a card, well, unless you're using the Stamper Artist, but when you're stamping like this, it's never going to be exact. Then not forgetting these, these two little leaves. Yeah, like that. I just went with really quick colouring on these because I didn't actually mind if it had a little bit of white. And also, if you don't want to stamp colour with blends, you can actually, this stamp set has obviously the stamps to colour, just stamp a colour and then stamp straight over it. But I like just to give it a colour in, to be fair. But again, personal choice. If you want to stamp, you can stamp, you don't have to colour. I just love my blends and like to colour it. Mustn't forget as well to do my inner. I just realised I haven't done my leaves of my inner, so not really being too careful really when I colour. I always go in with dark and then with my light. But yeah, however you feel, however you'd normally colour, go with that. Really pretty stamp set. I really like this, and I think it's, for me, it's a winner having we all like the punches, don't we? So it's always nice to have a coordinating punch. Kind of hoping this bundle will make it into the new catalogue. Fingers crossed. Keep our fingers and our toes crossed. So that's all the done with the, I can't even think what colour it is. Oh no, it's not. I've not done my flower centres. So I'm going to do them in light. There. So just again, really quick colouring, because I'm actually going to leave just a little bit of white on that. There. So this, I'll flick that in a minute. So let's bring this image in and do our flower centres. Is what I really like about this. It's one of those stamp sets that create cards that look like they've taken hours, but they're actually really quick to create. You can see I'm just being really, almost quite ruthless with my colouring. It's also quite nice. I can't show you, but some other cards that I've done with this stamp set for UK Mother's Day. But I will share them on my Facebook page. So yeah, go back and have a look for those, because done some, well, I think they're really nice cards with them. Just some more ideas really. I sort of got a bit carried away playing with this stamp set. I can't show you any of them because for us it's UK Mother's Day tomorrow, so they are all sealed safely out of the way. Right, just going to move that to one side for a moment. Just going to bring in my blend and I'm just going to flick. I just love that. Just there's something about, I don't know what it is, I just love it. So just flicking the nib against the side of the pen there, it just adds that little subtle pop of colour. I'm going to pop, I've not actually used any ribbon on this. It's a miracle for me. I'm normally a ribbon and sequin kind of girl, but there's nothing. So just pop the inner there. Pop this in too. There. There we go. Dimensionals for the sentiment. So one in the centre, and then I shall probably do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. There we go. and pop that. Ooh, pop that in. Ooh, it's not very straight. That'll be fine. Right, and then I've got the coordinate and punch, which is gonna just punch those flowers out for me, and they ping everywhere. And again, ooh. I've been cutting this little this leaf out by hand. Just realised there's a punch in here for it. Let's see if I can I'm gonna have to end up cutting it out by hand because I can't get it into the punch. I hadn't even noticed that before. So I'm just cutting those out by hand because I've not punched them in a very, not stamped them in a very good place to pop them in the punch. But there is a punch for that. Who knew? Right, and completely wrong scissors to fussy cut with. I'm being very lazy and not picking up the smaller scissors. Right, so we've got 6 flowers. So it's what I did is I just pop them into the palm of my hand just to crease them a little bit and give them a little bit of shape. One there. Again, in the palm of my hand. And there. There. Again, into my palm of my hand. And that one is going to go there. Scooting around a bit. That one I'm going to pop some leaves under it in a minute. You see what I mean about a card that looks like it's taken hours, and in fact it's taken... Oh, stay there. So just popping those into the palm of my hand and just with my finger just pushing against and give them a little bit of shape. You can, if you've got a embossing tool, feel free to use that. I have actually got a little embossing tool, but I've always got my finger there, haven't I? Finger on my palm of my hand is always to hand. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of adhesive under there. 1, 2. Just give that a little bit of encourage. Get that under there a little bit further. There we go. Lid on my glue, and then pretties I thought that these went really well. The elegant faceted gems, and I thought they worked really, really well with the petal pink. I can't see my take your pick tool. Oh yes, I can. I always use that to so I'm just going to give it some spark. Oh, stuck to my finger. 1, 2. I went quite mad actually, didn't I, with sparklies. Quite a few sparkly woos on here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The same, slightly different positions, I believe, but equally as pretty. There. So there's front of the card and the inside, and also you could add a little sentiment or something in there should you wish. Hope you've enjoyed my card today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.